Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Thomas Taylor III, coming to you live from Lawrenceville, Georgia. This great Sunday morning, you guys. Can you believe it? It's June 27th, the last Sunday of the month, boy. As you can see, not only is this month going by, and it's going by fast, so is this year, you guys. We're already halfway through, right? It just kind of sounds unimaginable. Well, not going to be long with you today. This morning, I want to talk about, are you equipped for the journey? I want to say it again. Are you equipped for this journey that either you say you want to go on, or if you woke up and breathe another breath of fresh air called life, you're on the journey anyway, by default, right? So some examples are, for those of us who've been married for quite some time, right, understand what it takes in the longevity and the things you have to put in order continuously to kind of keep your marriage fresh. Well, before you actually get married, they have premarital classes. Some people take those classes, kind of premarital counseling and or coaching. Some of them don't. But what's the purpose of them, you guys? So when you really understand it, the purpose of a premarital class is to get you prepared for this journey called marriage that you say you signed up for, that you want to go on, right? So in the beginning of premarital, it kind of gets a little bit, tough and rough, because they go through the things that you guys don't really agree on, and then try to see how you could work out some problem resolutions to make sure that those things don't ultimately put you in a position where you ultimately end up divorced, right? Kind of premarital, right? Kind of getting you prepared for the journey. Then you have work, corporate America, right? First get a job, you excited, okay, boom, you get hired on a job. What is the first thing that they do? They give you some sort of training class. For the most part, you guys, not always, sometimes it's on the job training as well, right? But they put you in some sort of class so you can understand their culture, right? You can understand their products, right? Certain things. Why? Because when you first get hired, no matter how good your resume is, right? No matter how many stellar things that you've done, when you first get hired, you are a liability. I'll say it again. When you first get hired, you are a liability. So what's the number one thing for you to do? Number one thing for you to do is, how fast can I go from a liability to an asset? Why? Because company only keep assets, right? So again, it's the preparation. Why? Why are they trying to give you, front load you and give you as much training as possible? Because hopefully during your transition, when you transition from a liability to an asset, you would have enough information, the proper tools that the company can benefit from your experience that you learned, as well as the things that they taught you, to have longevity at that particular job, right? Why? Because now you've demonstrated that you're an asset. And now you put yourself in a position to have longevity, all right? So it's kind of transition to kind of like entrepreneurship, right? So some of us may still have a regular 9-to-5 job, but we're a solopreneur, right? Like have another business, but on an entrepreneur tip, right? Why? To help kind of bridge that gap between corporate America and entrepreneurship, in order to put ourselves in a position and our family for longevity, right? So if you have a business, are you preparing for the journey? So on the business side, looks a little different, right? Now, if you're solo by yourself, you may not have an attorney on, staff per se. Maybe you have one on standby, right? A coach, right? You may have a coach, you may have a business coach. You may not, right? Well, what does a coach do? A coach helps you navigate your way through certain issues and challenges, and then pulls you, right? Pulls you and stretches you to do the things that you say you want to do, right? And all of these things are to help you along the journey that you say you want to go, right? So I know a lot of people out there that's crushing the game right now in business. Good friend of mine, Nadira Lewis, man, she does a lot for women. Latrell Allen, she's on the film side. My partner, Ryan Warwick, has Think Out the Box Media, right? Film, he does photography, videography, right? Brother KP has First Step Crazy Apparel. Them other brother, Charles Warwick, he has that grown man business embroidery, right? Another brother, Allen, he sells motorbikes, right? And people are, really excited about getting, some four-wheelers for their children, right? So I'm kind of around a lot of different people that's making a lot of moves, which is awesome. So the question is, again, are you equipped for the journey? So if you don't have those particular things, meaning like if you don't have a coach, or if you don't have a financial advisor, or if you don't have some legal counsel, what are the books that you guys are reading, right? Because if you say you're a specialist, or if you say you do a particular service or product that you have, like how are you educating yourself for the journey ultimately to satisfy your clients, right? So I just took you through a series of different industries and I showed you how they prepare, right? Marriage, boom, how they get prepared. Corporate America, how they prepare their people. As entrepreneurs, you guys, as business individuals, again, how are we preparing? So books, right? Talked about books. So I'm a coach, right? I do coaching, right? So here's some books, right? Coactive coaching, right? Books that I read and I'm reading. Therapist to Coach, right? Coaching skills, right? I could kind of go on and on, you guys, because if you say you do a certain thing, product or service, right, and you don't have the means to have these other particular entities, we have to self-educate, right? Because regardless of what you're involved with, you guys, there's information out there. There's books out there that will help you along the journey. Why? Because ultimately, we all want that longevity, right? That success. But how are we, again, preparing ourselves for that success, right? So last couple of weeks, it's been raining, you guys. And I say this all the time. If you go outside and you don't have an umbrella, well, you preparing for rain. Now, you heard it might rain, or you heard it was supposed to rain, 30% chance, 40% chance. But what happens sometimes, what do? We just take our chances, right? And we leave the house without an umbrella, you guys. And sometimes in business, we do the same exact thing. We just take our chances, right? Sometimes we succeed, sometimes we fail, right? But this morning, I just kind of want to pose that question to you guys, just to kind of challenge you to kind of move from a space where you're not preparing and you're just doing to actually preparing while you're doing, you guys. Why? Because I know that you are destined for success. You might say, "Wait, Thomas, well, how do you know that?" Right? I know that because the Creator gave that to you, right? If He didn't give it to you, then you wouldn't be doing it, right? But if He gave it to you, He also gave you the provision to get it done, because He's not going to leave you out there. He's just not. That's not how it works, right? The universe will always respond when a man or woman makes up their mind and dedicates themselves and say, "Nope, this is what I'm going to do. This is the direction I'm going to go." The universe always responds, you guys, right? So just take a moment and ask yourself, okay, I'm going on this particular journey. What have I done, and or how am I preparing myself for the long haul on this particular journey, you guys? Well, again, my name is Thomas Taylor III. I said I'm not going to be with you long this morning, but I'm also preparing you guys for creating another platform, like I said, to kind of move this where we can be a little bit more interacting. That's coming soon. You'll see I'll drop some information and you can register. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at Thomas Taylor III. That's Taylor Your Dreams. as well as Facebook, Thomas Taylor III. And if you want to email me, right, if you kind of want to have a little bit more dialogue, if you have a couple of questions, you can email me at tyd@tailoryourdreams.com. That's tyd@tailoryourdreams.com, you guys. Well, again, my name is Thomas Taylor III. It's been a plum-pleasing pleasure. Until we speak again, go out there and make it a great day.